Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome, welcome. I know if you joined last week a little bit, you might have noticed there was a little bit of video desyncing happening with compared to my audio, but I've adjusted some settings. Talk to spirit, so hopefully today and this week will go better, but I at least know where the settings need to be adjusted now or where to toggle. So um, it'll be all right. uh, how's everyone doing? So I'm saying that, I'm noticing my glasses are like, and we can't see this morning, so give me just a second. Okay, I think I'm better now. uh, this morning we are doing I do this occasionally throughout the week as I get called to do it, but a dedicated space on Mondays is doing this live Reiki share. So if anyone has submitted a distant Reiki request, or if you would like to submit one, I dropped the link in the chat. And this is just an opportunity for you to receive. It's an opportunity if you want to lurk and linger and just see, what does Reiki look like for me as I am the practitioner doing it, sending it, and potentially if you're one that's receiving, it's a chance for you to receive it in your own home on your own time. You can watch it. Like, you don't even need to know necessarily when I am sending Reiki. You don't need to be here for it, even though I love it if you're here. Uh, so it's a low cost, low barrier to entry to get to start to experience a little bit of Reiki and the healing power of the universe and what that brings. So, like I said, I do request that you fill out that form, and that just allows me to get your explicit consent and know if there's a specific area or areas that you're interested in getting Reiki. Because Reiki is able to help with all sorts of things. I Wait, hold on. I'll say I can't make any explicit promises or outcomes for Reiki, but I will say from my own personal experience, when you allow the energy, the healing energy to come into your body, allow it to activate your parasympathetic nervous system and try to keep your body in that parasympathetic nervous system for a long period of time or for an extended period of time, your body will naturally heal itself. So, what I am doing in Reiki is just calling upon divine source, calling upon our teams, our spirit teams, and just allowing myself to be a clear and open channel for the flow of Reiki or universal energy, life force energy, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. But I can't do it without your explicit consent. All that said, I think if there are no questions, let's get started. So I'll just do my opening prayer and we'll go from there. So, go ahead. Tip that down just a little bit. A little bit. There we go. Divine Source, Infinite Creator, call upon you now to bring forth whatever's in the highest and best for Mary. Call upon my team and Mary's team of angels, spirits, and guides to bring forth whatever is in Mary's highest and best. Thank you for your time, energy, and gifts. I ground myself into the earth, feeling my feet and my body connected, anchored in. Open my Reiki eye. I am a free, clear channel for the flow of Reiki. And just feeling the energy pouring in, pouring down my spine, pouring down my arms, down my legs. Just allowing the Reiki to get flowing here first before we do too much. It's always such a cool experience when a lot of energy starts to move, because I get chills and I get like the sensation of, your hairs are standing up. I might yawn, I might burp, I might, have to move it. Right now it's just yawning and the occasional, it's like the hairs on my body will stand up and kind of travel, and then as the waves are coming in, I'm just sitting here with my hands on my laps, my palms facing up. I haven't called upon any symbols yet. We're just allowing the connection to be formed and the Reiki to flow. Feeling pretty tapped in and tuned in, turned on at this point. That sensation to me is a very peaceful one. It's a very relaxed feeling. It's a very grounded yet, at peace. It's very warm, inviting, and that's how I know I am one with Reiki, one with the universe. Pure source energy flowing through. It's calm. It's sweet. My body does not want to sway. My body wants to stay very, very still, very rooted, very grounded here. Sometimes we'll sway, sometimes we'll make circles as we're moving energy, but if I intentionally bring myself out of balance, my body wants to return to this upright seated position. Again, my palms are face up on my lap. My feet are planted firmly on the ground. I'm just feeling calm. My right arm is feeling, or my right hand is feeling very cold. So to me, that's a sign that the energy is flowing through and flowing out my right hand. It's also for me, there's some, actually, before I acknowledged it, there was some tension in that right arm, kind of in my right bicep, but since I've acknowledged that the energy is flowing out, that's eased up. Or at least flowing out that right side. And I'm getting the visual of almost like it's like a light beam. That's this giant tree, like a light tree trunk. Just a tower shooting up and out of my right hand. Yeah. That deep sigh there felt a release. I felt something move in my heart. And again, it's not necessarily my heart, it's using my body to help transmute the energy, but also share what is going on the receiver's end. So I might say my body, but really I'm experiencing it in my body to a lesser extent than what the receiver might be experiencing. And sometimes, depending on how open and receptive you are to receiving Reiki and how tapped in, tuned on, or tapped in, tuned in, turned on you are to your own bodily sensations, you might not experience anything, or you might not feel really anything happening besides, you're just laying there chilling. If you are laying. So it really depends how open you are to receiving and how aware you are of your body, the vessel that you walk around in every day, or wheel around in, or roll around in, however you move or don't move. It's like I'm moving my upper spine or moving my neck because it feels like the energy needs just a little bit of assistance moving through that upper spine, that upper back. So it's still pouring out of my right hand. My hands are still at my lap. My feet planted firmly on the ground. We're just feeling it coming into their crown and starting to move down their spinal column. Really did need just a little bit of assistance to help break up what's creating a traffic jam in that upper back region. Burping and allowing the energy to flow. It's funny. Burping and yawning on camera in this capacity is never not going to be funny for me. It's just the thing with energy work. I haven't met an energy worker that doesn't experience similar things. Feels like it's made its way through a lot of the upper back. It's kind of, we're going down into the mid-back region. Ugh. Helping break up the fascia, allowing the energy to flow into the spine. Breath, sound, and movement. Moving that energy. Bringing in that light. Bringing in the universal energy, the Reiki, the life force energy. I really like this song that's playing in the background too. It's almost giving me Halo vibes. At least a little bit. Allowing that energy to flow. I feel like someone needs to make a counter that counts how many times I say energy in this stream or in the stream for Reiki. Just doing a check on their body and where my hand might want to linger. It feels like we're on the front part of them, and it feels like we're actually kind of stopping right in this area, like this upper chest. And as I'm sitting here, the sensation I'm getting, I want to say it feels like love and warmth and light is pouring into this upper chest region. If you don't know what that feels like, for me, that sensation is, I feel like my heart is being soothed. Like that upper chest, like the top of my heart is being soothed. I feel feel like there's a warmth pulling in, or like pouring in. I feel like this upper chest cavity region is expanding. It feels like my capacity to take a deep breath is opening up. Yeah, the biggest sensation, the biggest feeling is this expand. It's a warm, very blissful expansion in that upper chest region. I'm testing the energy to see where it's at, and also being guided to make a star, 5-point star formation with my hand. To be honest, I'm not quite sure fully what this star means. Um, it's come to me, or at least the message of it hasn't been as strong as some of the other symbols, but it is a symbol I've received all through my childhood and has been being incorporated in the energy work that I've been doing, not only on myself, but on others. And it feels to me like an activation. It feels yeah, I think it feels like an activation of the energy body. It feels like honoring each of us as our own individual stars, as our own individual beacons of light. And it usually starts in one place on the body, small, as a reminder, and to call that light in. And it gets bigger and bigger. Back up so I don't hit the microphone with my hand. It gets so big. The symbol of the star becomes the body. It's being passed over. Because we have 5 points. Unless you've lost a limb, but you still energetically have that part of you. So we have 5 points. 2 legs or 2 arms in our head, and that is what makes this star shape. Or that is the visual I get when we're doing the full body, full spectrum of it. Slowing down just a little bit. Allowing the light to come in, move across like a dance. So it starts at the bottom left foot and it comes up and over the top and down the right back side, up the right leg, over across the left arm, behind the left arm, around the back, 2 coming around the right arm to the front of the right arm, across the chest, back down the front of the left leg, into the left foot. So that is the whole complete cycle of this energetic star wrapping your body in light, reminding you You are made of stardust. You are a star. You are whole. You are complete. Just getting the signal that they're done for the day, so I'm tuning in, doing a little bit of clearing on the energy body, or a little bit of aura cleansing. Wrapping them in a bubble of Reiki, a bubble of light, a bubble of love. Completing this session. Sending them love and light. Sending their loved ones love and light. Sending their community love and light. Sending their country love and light. And sending them their world, or sending the world their love. Sending the world love and light. There we go. I send back any energy that is not mine, back to sender. Call all of my energy back to me. I blast out any remaining energy that does not serve me into the earth to be composted in whatever serves the highest and best. Thank you for your time, energy, and gifts. Namaste. So good. As the dust is settling, as the energy is settling, I'm just feeling a deep amount of gratitude, deep amount of just it always feels so good to send Reiki, and whenever I'm done, just to send it on to the ripple effect, send it on to those whose lives might be affected and touched by even just performing Reiki on one person. So we are all connected. Yeah, we're all connected. There's space to send love and light to everyone. All right, with that said, I believe it is time to do a little card pull for the afternoon, or for this last part of the stream give you a little taste flavor of what comes Wednesday. So let me change that. What are we feeling? We're feeling Oracle, so. The Shaman's Dream. The beautiful deck. I love this deck, and I won't stop raving about it because it was, for right now, it was a gifted deck to me by my coach, by my spirituality coach, and I'm very big into dreams and symbology and yeah, all the things related to dreams. So this one is very near and dear to my heart and very aligned for me. So, let's see. Are we doing a card pull for myself or are we doing a card pull for the collective? All right, this will be a card pull for the collective today. I know I just tipped this up, but I'm going to tip it back down so you can potentially see my hands a little easier. We'll see. Gotta move to the side of the microphone. All right. Whatever's in the highest and best for the collective today, Monday, May 12th. Ah! Spirit was ready. Ah, okay. All right. Hold on. Me Talks, number 39, repairing the mind, body, and spirit. Just letting this sit for a second. That's so good. That's so good. I feel like I got this one fairly recently. Maybe this one popped out a couple weeks ago, but maybe this was mine. I don't know. I've seen this one before though, but different things are coming forward. So some highlights I want to I'm feeling drawn towards are these little bubbles. So these little bubbles up here have like these little gremlin dudes. And this creature, this beautiful creature taking a bath is blowing them away. And so to me, what's the message that's coming through is very much of let go of these little gremlins, let go of these fears, let go of who you are not. Send them along with love. Don't hate them. They were a part of you, but don't hate them. So send them on with love, honor them, let them know that they're no longer needed. Those parts of you are no longer needed. Appreciate them for the gifts that they showed you and for the gifts that they gave you, the protection, the safety, whatever that may be. And then allow them to go. Allow them, send them off. You can send them off in bubbles. You can send them, I know, hold on. Yeah, okay, no. Not bringing in my own thoughts here. Send them off with bubbles. Put them in a bubble and just send them off to the universe to be composted in whatever's in the highest and best. Yeah, there's a really big emphasis on letting go, and also the numbers 3 and 9, not 39, but 3 and 9 separately. 3 is very much the divine number, Holy Trinity of mind, body, spirit. 9 could be, you know, 3 threes. 9 could also be new beginnings. That's all I feel called to share about number 9. I know there's more there, but that feels for potentially the listener to reflect on. The other thing that really stands out about this card is the colors. There's a lot of gold, some gold shimmering down over here. There's lots of greens, lots of blues, teals, turquoise. This is a very heart-centered and solar plexus. Hold on. Yeah, heart and solar plexus. I have to go through the list in my mind. Card, which is love and power, your personal power and your personal confidence. And so it really feels like the message here is letting go of these past versions of yourself is loving yourself. Yeah. It is a form of self-care. It is a form of love to honor who you've been and potentially grieve the parts of you that you had to be to survive, and then letting that part of you go with love, knowing that they got you through it. You're gonna be okay. You got this. You're so loved. You're so cared for. And those versions of you, they're not forgotten. They've served their purpose. And also, you don't need to carry the weight of them anymore. I'm also seeing or being drawn to this little image down here. I keep seeing a horse. It could potentially be a dragon as well, but I really see like the top of a horse. And horses for me have symbolized freedom. They've symbolized play. There's a fierceness with a horse or with horses. There's also a free spirit element of a horse, and LOL free spirit. And it's just, yeah, I don't think that there's much more to say there besides there's an element of letting go and allowing yourself to be free and allowing that free spirit to come forward. Okay. This feels complete. All right, let's see. We're doing another one. Okay, I'm gonna leave that card off to the side, and I'm feeling called to do a tarot card as well. All right, what is the tarot card for today? Okay, I think the tarot card's for me, so we're gonna pull a card for myself, and I'll read it and pick it apart and let you know what I feel and what this could potentially relate to. All right. Whatever's in my highest and best. I apparently have some resistance around this. That's okay. Let me shuffle this other way. Cards mixed up a little bit more. Whatever's at my highest and best. This one doesn't want to come. And you're like, pull that one. Ace of Swords. I saw that and I immediately heard fighter. That's funny. And the fact that it's on its own really stands out to me too, or it's a single sword really stands out to me too. I'm just taking it in because it's like yeah, I feel fighter energy, I feel lone wolf energy, I feel but there's a lot of strength in this card, or I feel a lot of strength. I feel a lot of like, you got this. This path is for you and you alone. Almost like this visual of like the Excalibur where it's like uh, only you can pull this sword. Now I'm being drawn towards the tip of the handle, and I see this arrow at the very top of the handle. And it just feels to me like a reminder to look above. To seek help, seek guidance. But again, from above, from source, from spirit, from higher self. Yeah, and as I'm looking at it, I'm feeling lots of warm, fuzzy, like confirmation sensations in my head, and my third eye is like, ooh. But my head's like, yes. Like if the internal sensation of my head could make a sound with when I say, seek above, my brain and cheeks are just going, yes. So that's my head sensation personified. Yeah. No, I love this card for me right now. I've been feeling, and I'll reflect a little bit more now on it, on what it could potentially mean. Kind of what I'm thinking about when I look at it is, actually, should I share all of that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's just been there's a lot of fire has been burning within me recently, and I know that was in the energy last week as well, of just all of the energy pouring in. The full moon is today, and it's been so good, so healing, so emotional. I feel things very deeply, and all the time, all of the emotions, all the things. And so, but one of my strengths is my fiery nature. So you've likely seen me primarily in a softer tone on these videos and everything. But let me tell you, when I am ignited into change, when I am ignited into not allowing people to cross my boundaries anymore, when I am ignited into passion, I guess is a good word for it. Whew. I pop the fuck off. I used to hide from my fear from a really long, not fear, my anger from a really long time. Because I didn't know how to control my anger. I didn't know how to use my anger. It would come out in really unhealthy ways, or like I'd keep it tamped down and then it would come out in like explosive bursts that were not, we'll just say they just came out in explosive bursts, in not always healthy ways. And I've had to learn how to move from a place of anger to surrender. And also, in surrendering to, like, surrendering my control of all the things that I can't control, and surrendering to the guidance of source and spirit, and my guides, and what feels deep and true in my heart, I'm still connected to my anger, and the anger is still a part of me, and a beautiful part of me, and it's a part of me that is used, or can be used now, to ignite change in beautiful ways. So while I would much prefer to ignite change softly, ignite change through love and joy and kindness, and I can still ignite change in those ways with my anger. Now all of the emotional energies dance together, and it's like, okay, if the anger in me is rising and the anger in me is coming out, it's because a few other steps, a few other signs or signals had been missed or not picked up on in whatever was going on or whatever I'm doing. And it's like, okay, now we're mad. And I'm feeling some sort of way. I'm feeling frustrated because I'm feeling, disrespected or whatever it is. And now my voice becomes much more firm, much more piercing, I'll say. And And I think that's a beautiful gift that I've been able to learn from my anger, harness my anger, and use it productively and use it productively. I'm still human. I still, potentially go a little too far at times, and I acknowledge that, and I can once I take a beat and I calm down, I'm like, okay, I should not have said it exactly like that. I apologize. And also, how do we move on? How do we move forward from this? And one of the things I did this past weekend was have a bonfire, and I threw some of my anger into the fire, to be honest. I had been feeling pretty spunky. Uh, and I was like, okay, different things are coming up. I really need to do something about it. So I wrote, anger towards, insert what I was angry towards on a Post-it note, and I crumple it up and I toss it in the fire. And it was so funny because I tossed it in and it bounced off of the middle and went to the outside, and I was like, of course. It's like, this one doesn't want to be let go. I was like, get in there. Using my little stick to get it in the fire. And then through all of my anger, and the other thing about anger and what I'm feeling with this like fighter energy and messaging, and that's coming through is boundaries. Holy shit, boundaries. I have set so many new boundaries in my boundary book this week. It has been so good, and it has felt so good to do it, because holy shit, yeah, it just feels like such a relief to write it down. And it does, and I updated, and I updated my little boundary book slip. So I'll put it in the chat, but I have a boundary guide, so you can get like a free guide that has my top 12 boundaries. And let me tell you, those 12 boundaries are the greatest thing I've ever done when it comes to protecting me and my channel and my energy and just my mental well-being. Like it is more, the boundary book is more than just the spiritual side of your energy and self-care. Like this is taking care of your mind and body as well, because I don't know if I put it on there as a 12, but like I put boundaries in here and like commitments to myself about like food and how I'm going to care for my body in that way. So it's like the boundary book is for your mind, body, and spirit. And yeah, it's just feeling this strong sense of setting boundaries to let that anger go, and using the fighter energy to reflect, okay, where is a boundary being overstepped, and set them. Okay. I think that wraps it up for this particular card. So good shit. Good to see you, Jenny Vlogs. How are you doing? If you missed it, this was the collective card for today. We were talking about self-care, and then we were talking about this was my card and sharing some of my story, but also there's a little bit of a collective message in the Ace of Swords there too, around boundaries. This This week I anticipate there being lots of, with the full moon, there being lots of need for boundaries in in the world or in the collective. So make sure you set yours. And if you haven't gotten your boundary book already, or haven't started one, start one. I promise you. That has been one of the biggest game changers in my well-being. Is a boundary book, and also learning how to just like move energy in my body. But boundary book is very, very easy, very nice, very sacred. And you can always change the boundaries. You're like, nope, I wrote that in a way that didn't come across or is too pedantic or not pedantic enough or not specific enough, then you can always add more specifics to it and feel the relief in doing so. So, highly recommend. Highly worth it. Just take a break for a second, or take a second. Well, I know we're wrapping up the stream here, so I'll just do my little plug for later this week. I'll be doing live card pulls on Wednesday from 8 to 10 a.m. And then I also will be doing psychic channeled readings from 1 to 4 p.m. Both on Wednesday. This is Eastern time. I'm located in Kentucky, so join if you can. Otherwise, you can watch the recordings when they're done. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe on all the different socials of choice. And let's see. And if you haven't started your boundary book, you can get my free 12 boundary guide, or my free top 12 boundaries that I have curated through years of experience and trial and error, that I'm like, these are, yes, everyone needs these, because you will feel so much better when they're in place, I promise. And it will unlock your own gifts and give you back so much peace of mind. It's just, I can't I can't speak more highly about these 12 boundaries. And obviously add as many more as you'd like, or don't use them if you don't, or like tweak them and whatever feels best for you. But these 12 have been the game changer for me. So set your boundaries. You have every right to hold boundaries. You're deserving of boundaries. You should have boundaries. Yeah. Everyone is not allowed access to all of our energy. All right. I think that's my little motherly spiel. Okay. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see you all Wednesday. Okay. Sending you so much love and light. Namaste.